Good morning, everybody. This is Anthony LaRubio here for another Monday morning breathwork session with you. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a great weekend. I'm excited about this morning's session. We're going to do some tempo breathing again, get ourselves woken up and ready for the day and the week ahead. We're about 4 minutes from start time here, so I'll allow some people to hop into our live stream session and we will go from there. So just give us a few moments and we'll get going. Breathing again, get ourselves moments and we'll get going. Now, hopefully this time this morning, you can actually hear my music. We as in I have had a fun time figuring that one out. Thanks for bearing with me throughout it all. Definitely had some fun trying to figure out how to get this music going. I had to install a different software package and everything for it. So it's been quite a little wild ride. Just a couple more minutes here before we get going. If you cannot hear my music that's playing here, I'll turn it up. And I'll turn it down. If you could not hear that, at this point, I would love to throw a comment out here, and I'll turn on the live comments actually just in our chat. Hopefully you can see that chat window. If you happen to not be able to hear the music, please do let me know. I can hear it on my end as I did last week, actually. That's why I thought the whole time we were listening to music. Again, turning it up just a bit. Let everybody trickle in here just a little bit longer. Just another minute or so before we get going. Again, I hope you're doing well this morning. Happy Monday. All right, we can get started. So again, I hope I have the music figured out this time. It's been a long time coming to get that right, but hopefully we're good to go this morning. Happy Monday. It is April 18th, which is actually the beginning of Earth Week, basically. Earth Day is this week, but it's also the first day of National Park Week, which became official, I believe, in 2020. So to celebrate that, I would actually love if you've been to a national park and you have a favorite, if you want to put that into the chat window, I think that'd be pretty neat to hear some of the cool places that everybody's been when it comes to a national park. You can put that into the comment section if you're watching on LinkedIn or on YouTube or on Facebook Live. I'd love to hear from you on your favorite national park experience that you've had. That's how we will celebrate National Park here on a live stream. The other things we'll do this morning are a functional warm-up, Not the same that we did last week, but one to get us going with our breath, and then we'll go into another set of tempo breathing, kind of like we did last week. But to begin, and just a quick introduction, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Anthony LaRubio. I'm the founder of a company called Recal Travel, which combined mindfulness, breathwork especially, which is what we're doing this morning, with adventure travel. I am a certified breathwork coach and a Wim Hof method instructor, and I am working actively on my Oxygen Advantage instructor training as we speak, which is a little more breathwork for athletic performance, which should be really interesting to see that develop. Just a few housekeeping items before we get started. If you'd like to receive these sessions or any sort of breathwork training from me, feel free to drop your email in the chat or in a direct message to me, and I will be sure to add you to the list that gets that type of information. Also, typically we do the breathwork lying down. This morning we're going to start in a seated position again, but when we get into the breathwork itself, which I'll lead us through that, I do recommend lying down is the best way to do that. You can have a blanket over your body. Sometimes your temperature in your body changes during breathwork, drops a little bit, so it's sometimes helpful to have a blanket near or on you. Also, it's a lot of times helpful to have a blanket or something underneath your knees, which just aligns your diaphragm and breathing muscles with your pelvis and your hips. And it is sometimes takes a little pressure off your lower back as well during breathing. So as I mentioned, the plan this morning, we're going to warm up from that seated position. We're going to do something a little bit different than past classes for that warm up. And then we'll go into 3 rounds of the tempo breathing. When I say tempo, I mean we're going to be going to the beat of a song. Basically an in 4, out 4 beat is how we will get going. So I will count us off: in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, in, out. And then on occasion, when we want to speed it up, I'll just double time that. So it'd go in, 2, out, 2, in, 2, out, 2, in, out. We may even go a 1 count. We'll see how we get things going. So that's what I mean by tempo breathing. It is an activation style breath work. So it's very energizing, but that also comes with it a couple of warnings. If you are pregnant, we do not recommend that you do this type of deep breathing. Or if you're epileptic, also do not recommend it, especially on the breath holds. After we do some of the in 4, out 4 counts, or in 2, out 2 counts, at the end of that, we're going to go into a hold on an exhale. So on the last breath in, we'll go in, and then we'll exhale out, and then we'll hold. We'll hold for quite a little while, not too long. If you have that urge to breathe, you can definitely breathe. Otherwise, I'll guide you through the time to take that deep breath in, and that'll be our recovery breath. We'll breathe all the way up, and we'll hold that. And then after the recovery breath, we'll go into another couple of rounds of tempo breathing. Again, if you are epileptic or pregnant, you can work with me and do something different. I'll set you up with a different style breath work. Okay, that is it. We can get started. Let me just get a few things going on the music side, ensure everybody can hear. Okay. So from a seated position again, hopefully you have the blanket nearby or a pillow nearby for underneath your knees. But at the moment, from a seated position, let's go ahead and start actually by taking your knuckles or your fingertips and just start rubbing your rib cage. I'm just gonna activate some of the muscles that we use in breathing. You should feel your ribs going up and down with your knuckles. In between each of those ribs is a little muscle called intercostal muscles. Actually, not that little. Those are really important in breathing. So this morning we're going to wake those up. You can go ahead and start rubbing a little bit faster. Start to feel some of the heat and friction from that. Work your way to the back. Of course, there's ribs and intercostals back there. The rib cage goes 360 degrees around. We want to wake up that back. Try not to laugh if you're ticklish. Now take one of your hands and go ahead and rub the middle of your chest and your sternum, waking up the middle of our rib cage. Good morning, Jordan. Happy Monday. Glad that it's coming through clear. Yellowstone. I have not been there, so I would love to visit myself. So that's cool. Work your way up into your neck. Activating this morning our vagus nerve, which is a set of cranial nerves that runs right around here in our neck. It actually controls whether or not we're in sympathetic or parasympathetic nervous system, i.e. fight or flight mode or relax mode. So we're just going to wake up the nerves up here in our neck. Work toward the back, up behind the ears. Now, if you're comfortable with it, start to rub middle of your forehead, waking that up a bit. Maybe close your eyes and rub the sides of your temples. While you're doing this with your eyes closed, I invite you to take a deep breath all the way in. And then let that go in a nice sigh. One more while rubbing your temples again. Take a deep breath all the way in. And sigh that out. Relaxing the shoulders on the way out. Go ahead and drop your hands to your sides. And we'll take another deep breath all the way in. And sigh that out. Relaxing our face and our shoulders. Take a moment to feel the energy that you just put into your body, into your ribs, into your chest, into your neck and your face. Call some attention to the radiating energy on the surface of your body here. Go ahead and open your eyes again if you have them closed. Now you can find that spot where you're going to lie down for our breath work here this morning. I'll let you take a second to get comfortable. Again, if you want to put a blanket over your body, go ahead and do that. Put something maybe behind your knees if you'd like to do that. Get situated, get comfortable, get ready to bring some energy to your day. Okay, hopefully you've found that comfortable position. And let's start to find our breath again. This morning we're going to do what's called a 4-7-8 breath work to get warmed up and get some focus going. So we'll breathe in on a 4 count, we'll hold on a 7 count, and we'll breathe out on an 8 count. And if you'd like to begin, start with an out breath. Breathe all the breath out. Now breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, hold, out. In, 2, 3, 4, hold, out. In, 2, 3, 4, hold. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Start to let your normal breath come back. Feeling a sense of focus this morning. Go ahead and set an intention for the day. What's coming up? Maybe it's a meeting. Maybe it's a project. Maybe it's a task you've been avoiding. Something that seeped over from Friday, or you're worried or concerned about coming up. What is that thing, and what is your intention around that today? So now that we've brought some intention to this space, we'll go ahead and breathe through that and bring it to life. On my count, we'll begin our tempo breathing. If you breathe in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, in, out, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, in, out, in, out, in, out, 2, 3, 4, in, out, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, out, in, out, in, out, last one, in, out, and hold. Holding, feeling any of the tingling sensations you have this morning. Holding that breath. And even if you can hold for longer, in 3, 2, 1, I invite you to take a deep breath all the way in and squeeze your pelvis and your hips. Just give it a little squeeze, saying, "Hi, body, I am okay this morning." And in 3, 2, 1, let that go. Give yourself a little wiggle side to side. Notice how your body feels. And we'll get ready for another round of in 4, out 4 breathing. In 3, in 2, in 1. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, out. In, out. In, out. In, out. In, out. 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, out. In, out. Next time we'll double time. Into, out. Into, out. In, out. In, out. In, out. In, out. In, out. Keep going. In, out. In, out. In, out. Last time. In, out. Deep breath all the way in. And let that go. Finding some stillness in this hold. Quiet your mind. If any thoughts emerge, acknowledge them, but let them go. You're here, you're now. You're in the quiet. As you feel any tingling sensations or lightheadedness, we're breathing through those this morning. Acknowledge that that feeling exists and that you're okay. Now, wherever you are, even if you can hold your breath for longer, I invite you to take a deep breath in 3, 2, 1. Breathe that all the way in. Hold it. Squeeze it. Squeezing into your pelvis and your lower back and up into your shoulders. Just a gentle squeeze. Holding. In 3, 2, 1, let that go. And again, bring awareness to your body. What are you feeling? What are you thinking? How is your body? We'll begin another round. And this time we'll elevate from a 4 count to a 2 count to a 1 count. Give it all you got. We'll begin in 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. In. Out. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. In. Out. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Double count. In, 2, out. 2. In, 2, out. 2. In, 2, out. 2. In, 2, out. 2. In, out. In, out. In, out. In, out. Double time. In, out. 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 Last couple times. Everything you've got. And now take a deep breath all the way in. And let that go. One more deep breath all the way in. And let that go. And again, finding stillness. Clearing your mind. If any thoughts emerge, acknowledge that, but let it go. We're finding space, we're finding quiet in our mind this morning. If you have the urge to breathe, take a deep breath in, otherwise keep holding. And now, even if you can hold your breath for longer, in 3, 2, 1, take that deep breath all the way in. And here we hold, and we give a little squeeze, and we go back to our intention. How are we going to be today? How are we going to approach the day? And in 3, 2, 1, let that go. And here we take a moment and we recognize what we just did in the breathing, life into our morning. Let the normal breath come back as if the breath is catching you. It's rare in today's world that we have a moment of quiet to ourselves. Let's take this moment and find peace in our mind. If any thoughts, worries, concerns emerge, we let them go right on by. Come back to the stillness of your breath and the other anchor. And now we can begin to bring some awareness back to the space around us, noting with a little wiggle that our hands are still there, that they exist, that we can move them. Wiggling your hands and your fingers, maybe wiggling of the toes, bringing some life back into those toes and feet. Maybe shaking our legs from side to side. Maybe you'll want to bring your arms and hands up above your head in a big stretch. And if you're stretching with me, give yourself a big breath all the way in and put a smile on your face. And then breathe out through that smile. Bring your arms down and across your body. Give yourself a big hug. Thanking yourself for being alive this morning. Bringing energy into your space through the breath. Again, if you're lying down, you can maybe roll to one side. And slowly pick yourself up off the ground. If not already, you can open your eyes. Start to come back. I hope that this was a good experience for you, that it was a good energizing breath work to bring on the day and the week ahead. I'll open up our chat overlay again in case anybody wants to send any sort of message. I know we had a message from Jordan with his national park that he's been to. If there's anybody else that would like to, in honor of National Park Week, share a place that they've been, please feel free. Again, if you'd like to send along your email, if you're interested in the breathwork that we do and would like more tips, tricks, exercises, classes like this one, feel free to let me know and I'm happy to send. I hope you all had a good experience and a good morning, and I wish you a great day ahead. Stick to that intention and know that everything will be just fine. Again, I'm Anthony LaRubio from Recal. Thanks for joining. Have a great day. Bye.